Teachers made me want to be a teacher. It wasn't a computer that inspired me. In fact, during my time in elementary, middle, and high school, computers seemed to fluctuate between playing the roles of fun distraction and clunky impediment to learning. My goal was never to become a technological wizard. However, as I get a little older and gain more insights behind the scenes of education and glimpses at the real struggles teachers undergo each day, I see the value of technology in the classroom, and I am beginning to understand that it supplements and enhances the role of the teacher, rather than undermines it and supplants it. I believe technological advancements have, and will always continue, to open up new doors for teaching and learning. The advent of the internet as a means for social communication and access to information has ushered in a new paradigm for educators and students alike. The classroom is no longer limited to the space between four walls in a school. Highly advanced computer systems that would have been thought impossible by most people not 20 years ago are readily available to the public. Moore's law states that technology advances at an exponential rate. That is to say, the speed at which new technology is developed doubles every 18 months, and in the same time, the cost for existing technology halves. For instance, the smartphones in children's pockets today are thousands upon thousands of times more powerful than the computers NASA used in the 1960s to launch Apollo 11 to the moon. Much of the time, we take things of this nature for granted, or ignore them altogether. But as teachers and learners of all types, it's imperative that we understand what new capabilities we have, and to seize the reins of technology such that we can guide ourselves through the future of education. For teachers, paradoxically, technology is both empowerment and competition. The internet holds an embarrassment of riches insofar as information is concerned. Databases like the Library of Congress offer vast seas of freely available information. It's up to teachers to command such resources to their benefit in the classroom, rather than to become lackadaisical and passive in the face of the expanding technological pace of information. Educators must serve as conduits for technological learning in the same way that they have traditionally served as conduits for, well, traditional learning. This can be accomplished by bringing a direct, human touch to help students truly and holistically understand information, rather than exist as simple data processors themselves. In addition, teachers must guide students' understanding of technology and its uses. This requires that teachers become experts with regards to technology. A passive appreciation is nice, and not everything in the classroom has to be hooked up to a computer for an effective learning environment to be fostered. But what role teachers provide for technology as it applies to students must be carefully crafted and maintained so as to ensure its constructive nature. Having students fiddle around with busy work on their iPads is ultimately no different or more effective in the long term than having them simply do the same busy work on paper. It's just more expensive. Similarly, relegating our teaching duties to endlessly reading text off of a PowerPoint presentation is certainly no more helpful to students than presenting the same material via old-school haranguing lectures. Concepts like the flipped classroom, however, allow teachers to fundamentally change the nature of the classroom through the use of technology, without diminishing the importance of their roles as instructors and mediators. Technology defines our worldview. Social media is our window to the earth beyond what's in front of us. It's critical that teachers see technology's potential so that we can pass it on to students and equip them with the capability to forge themselves into knowledgeable leaders of the information age, rather than passive participants therein. Technology is fun, amazing, and it's improving constantly. It's only our enemy if we allow it to be. Let's not.